I'm laughing because we've already been talking. You just are joining us now. Right now, though, if you are able, why don't we stand and we'll sing our way into this day.
Well, good morning, everyone. Let's sing into this day together. Swing up in my heart, give thanks for the day. Gonna let love fill me up, get right back to the start. This is how I was made, free from the worry, free from the fear. I know Spirit is peace, loving kindness in me right now, right here, singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing, don't worry. Sing it, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Swing up in my heart, give thanks for the day. Gonna let love fill me up, get right back to the start. This is how I was made, free from the worry, free from the fear. I know Spirit is peace, loving kindness in me right now, right here, singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry, no, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Let's sing, don't worry. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry. Singing, don't worry. No, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Every little thing. Yeah, every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing it out one more time. Yeah, every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh, we'll take a minute to greet some of those lovely faces out there.
New Zealand, oh man, that's, I've always wanted to go. Do you know somebody there?
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. All right, well, we would like to invite any of the kids who are here today who want to join for the program. They get to go outside and enjoy this beautiful weather and our land out there. Yeah, nice. We're going to sing Hooray for the World. We're glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Yay and hello. I'm Heidi, practitioner of the day, and when there's one of us up here, that means there's a bunch of us out there working to make this happen. And Leo today is one of them, and Wanda and Andrea Wood led meditation today. So, and we will say one little plug for prayer. If you need it, we got it. And there's lots of ways to get it, including the prayer vessel back in the back. Just write down your request. So, and there's a prayer workshop coming up pretty soon. So we'll talk about that, I think, next week. So join me. Hooray for this world. I am glad to be on it. And I love it here, right here in this place, this sacred place. This center where we can find our own center, the heart of all that is. And I open now to that vast intelligence that is all love, all consciousness. I know that I am here on purpose, by design, as we all are. And I know that spirit is available everywhere, in all forms. I just open my eyes and open my heart and stay present. I thank you for this truth of God in me and all around me. And I release these words, I let go and let God, and so it is.
I'm letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go, I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting things that no longer serve me, as I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me, as I'm letting go. I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go, I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me, as I'm letting go. I am healed, I am made whole. I am healed, I am made whole. I am standing on the edge, leaning out with every breath. I am longing for something more. The path isn't clear, but I see a door. Awe and wonder to be found. I'm setting out for sacred ground. There's a stirring, a fire in me, oh blessed light, oh mystery. Sing through my voice, play through my hands. Let the way be open. Sing through my voice. Sing through my voice, play through my hands. Let the way be open. I am standing on the edge, leading out with every breath. I am longing for something more. The path isn't clear, but I see a door. Awe and wonder to be found. I'm setting out for sacred ground. There's a stirring, a fire in me, oh blessed light, oh mystery. Sing through my voice, play through my hands. Let the way be open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands. Let the way be Sing through my voice. Sing through my voice, play through my hands. Let the way be
Thank you. Two bass players, one the owner of a company and the other an elementary school teacher. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, well, this is the last in a series called The Possibilities and the Challenges. And the topic for today is Wild Mind. Have any of you read Natalie Goldberg? Yes, a few of you. Fabulous Zen practitioner, but also a very famous author. And so a lot of her writings are about how to write. So Wild Mind was one of the titles of her book, but it's also a spiritual path that you find in a lot of different traditions. And that's where I bumped into it. Pema Chodron, who is an American Tibetan nun, have you heard of her? Yeah, very famous person, really quite lovely and also fierce. Her teacher was a man named Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, and he was a Tibetan monk, and then disrobed and came to the States and started Naropa Institute. And he was a wild man. He was a wild man. Some of the wildness was not that great, and if you dive into the internet, you'll hear all about that. But what he was doing was actually part of his Tibetan Buddhist tradition was called crazy wisdom. And so crazy wisdom, wild mind, is all about breaking through the habitual states of being that you and I find ourselves in, and just through these unpredictable, unexpected, sometimes crazy appearing things, we're startled into ourselves, is really the way I think of it. And it's not just Tibetan Buddhism. Actually, it turns out that the early Christian church had a bunch of crazy people that were holy, and everybody realized they were holy, but they were crazy. And I brought you a story from them, because this is a new story for me. The man's name was Saint Simeon, and he actually was elevated to be a saint. And it says, so let's see if I've got this right. Okay. The holy fool's exploit is that of secret sanctity, which above all promotes the non-ontological understanding that all of God's created world is a sacred place. By his feigned madness, the holy fool opts to say the lowest of the low can be not the poor wretch he appears to be, but a holy one and God's prophet. Let's see. I want to get to Saint Simeon. He retreated to the Syrian desert in the 6th century to devote his life to prayer, living on nothing but lentils. A few decades later, Simeon returned to a town, a completely different man. We can go all over with the lentil thing, but we won't. He tied a dead dog around his waist and entered town dragging the carcass. Simeon would throw nuts at the priests during worship services and publicly ate sausage on Good Friday. The seemingly nutty monk, no pun intended, the seemingly nutty monk also helped people in the town, though never when someone else might notice, and never taking credit. Simeon's saintly deeds were done in secret, and no one could dispute that Simeon was a very holy person, even the priests he pelted with nuts on Sunday. Oh man, I hope none of you have sunflower seeds in your purse. So for me, one of the things I wanted to talk about today was specifically the challenges of having this mind that we have. So if any of you have been meditators, you know what I'm talking about. There's this wild mind, but not in a good way. And I wrote down a bunch of thoughts about that. The challenge for me is something that Annie Lamott, another incredible writer, said. My mind is like a bad neighborhood, and I try not to go there alone, you know? And so I'm like, yes, that's it. But it's also what I call, I don't know where I got this, I think from one of my grandparents, it's also the rattle and spit. You know, it's like it just rattles with all these different thoughts and just spits them trying to just distract. I was at a workshop Friday, and the man that was leading it, it said, we're all running around like distracted superheroes. Every single one of us has a superpower, is a superhero, but we're so distracted by our minds in the world that we're running around with forgetting all about the power that we actually have to offer. And I thought, well, that's actually very, very accurate. And so the mind that I'm talking about is the mind that may feel wild, but not in that good way. It feels more like, have you ever been around caged monkeys? And they're not happy being caged. You may have noticed that. And so they will do all kinds of nasty things. They'll throw poop at you. They will scream and yell and rattle the cages and try to get out. Well, I don't know about you, but when I sit down to meditate, sometimes those monkeys start going wild. But there's another kind of wild mind that has to do with, so that's a challenge. This is the possibility. You and I actually do have a wild mind, and what that means is more along the line of Saint Simeon and Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche and so many other very awakened people. You and I have that same awakened mind. And what wild mind means in that case is that we begin to become present to our first thought, not our second and third thoughts, meaning not the derivative, habitual way that we think about everything and we do everything. And instead, we come into this kind of fresh encounter with reality. And we're in this first seeing, this first understanding of it, unencumbered by opinions and ideas and the politeness that we were taught and being good citizens. We're just present with what is. And this takes some practice. And yet it's completely doable. And there's so many different ways that we can begin to practice this way. I was reading a story getting ready for the talk, and I didn't bring it, but it kind of went like this. So there was a woman who had been studying Zen Buddhism, and she moved to Minneapolis when she married, and so she looked up the local Zen center. And back in Boulder, Colorado, there's a huge Zen Buddhist community, and a very formal, and if you went to talk to, have an interview with the Zen master, you got all dressed up and you were really, it was a thing. So when she got to Minneapolis, she wanted to have an interview with the Zen master there, and so she called the Zen center, and this heavily accented Japanese voice said, well, come right on over. So she was like, now? Oh, so she got all dressed up, and she got there, and the guy showed up in a t-shirt from his kid's elementary school and jeans, and she was completely unimpressed. And so she didn't go back for a while, and then a local newspaper asked her to do an interview with the Zen master for something that they were writing about local churches and opportunities. So she set up an appointment, and she was late. So she's rushing, and she got out of the car, and she's rushing toward the Zen center, and she realizes she left her notebook with all the prompts that she had in the car. So she's dashing back, grabbing that, and so she's really late now, and she shows up, and the Zen master in full black robes is standing at the kitchen sink with a pink orchid that he is watering. And he turns and looks at her. She says, I'm so sorry to be late. What are you doing? And he said, well, it seems that anything that's nurtured lasts longer. And she said it was like all of a sudden she got hit over the head. Wild mind. It was like everything stopped. I don't know if you can catch that, but it's like that. And it doesn't take another human to get us to that point, but it does take us being there. It's like, those signs in casinos, which I never go into, that say must be present to win. Well, on the spiritual path, it's kind of like that too. It must be present to win. And so how? You know, I'm sure you're sitting there going, okay, yeah, I get it. Wild mind. First thought, blah, blah. How do you get over the second and third thoughts? How do you get over the caged monkeys? How do you walk away from the bad neighborhood? Where in these metaphors can I find the way? And I wish I knew for you exactly, but I do have some signposts that I've been given that I thought I would share, and maybe one or two of them would be of assistance. So one of the ways that I can tell when I am available to spirit, that's the way I think of it, you can think of it any way you want, is I read a book once called The Big Leap, and it was written by a man named Hendricks. His last name was Hendricks. And in that book, he talked about the different zones of living that we live in. And he was gearing this mostly toward professional life, but it applies. So, and it stayed with me. So the first zone is called the zone of incompetency. This is when you're living and doing things that you really have no business doing. You really are not good at it, and you never will be good at it. And there's someone else that will be, and you really should let them do it. Pay them if you must, you know. So this is me sitting in front of the computer, having the computer go into some sort of crazy mind, wild mind, not good thing, and it would be foolish of me, I have found, to actually try to figure that out, because I usually end up doing more damage than good. And if I just ask someone who knows, like my son, usually it's very simply solved. So the zone of incompetency are all those areas, not that we don't have to do them, but we could do them less. Why? Well, let's go to the next level, the zone of competency. So this is where we can do a job, we do it well, we're fine with it. It's okay, you know, we can do an okay job with it. It's not brilliant, but it's okay. So a lot of times in our life, we're called to that kind of okayness, you know. Should I be doing this thing? Well, I can do it, and there doesn't appear to be anybody else around doing it, so I'll do it. The next is the zone of excellence, and this is where we actually take the step up, and we're really good at it. We're really, really good at it. And there are things in your life that you're really, really good at. But it's not your zone of genius, which is the last level. The zone of genius is when you find yourself completely in the flow. All time disappears. You're just being in this gift that you have, this way of being in the world. And not only are you unaware of time, but you are energized and lifted by whatever is going on. And for all of us, this is very different. For me, it's speaking and teaching. But for you, it might be something else. I also go into the zone of genius with cooking. Not that I'm the very best cook in the entire world, but it just happens to be one of those places where I move into flow. And it's beautiful. It's energizing. It's like nothing else. So how many of you too, live stream, how many of you, raise your hand, have been in the zone of genius? And you know what it is, right? Have you defined it? Because we feel it, but sometimes we don't think about it in terms of, oh, this is where I encounter spirit or first thought or just this opening into this vast energy field that I'm part of. And so helping to define it helps you sort of have a signpost of how to get to that place, how to be in that place. And sometimes you don't have to do anything at all, to simply think about it and then you're there. So that's one thing I've learned about how to actually allow wild mind in the most positive sense to come into being. Why? Because in that flow, anything's possible. Have you noticed that? Anything's possible. I have done things in that flow where I look back and I go, oh my God, I dragged myself across the stage like a zombie. I did that without thinking. I just was like, in front of all you, and it's like the polite, well-mannered woman that was trained by a mother who would have been horrified by that was nowhere to be found. And you have the same. There's the good citizen you, hopefully. But there's also this other part that's free, that's open, that's available to something much more. That's your superhero part. And everybody's different. And yet it's so powerful to be in that spot. So the other thing I've learned is, so that I would call losing control in a good way. You know, it's just like in the flow, you don't try to control it, it's just doing. So there's another thing that we're learning in the class I'm teaching on Tuesday nights, and this is almost like, it sounds like almost the opposite, and it's called be specific. Now you wouldn't think that you'd want to be specific in this thing that I'm talking about, and yet what's also true about the possibility of wild mind is being specific enough so that the flow can kind of capture where you want to go and shoot you in that direction. So we talk about this in terms of creating a mental equivalent. And it's not so much being like outlining how it's going to look and how you're going to get there, because you may have noticed that doesn't usually work very well. Maybe with your zone of incompetency, but not zone of genius. So instead what it is how do I want to feel in this new specific thing that I'm wanting to experience? How do I want to be? How do I want to show up in the world when I'm in that place? So feeling and showing up, and what are the thoughts I'll be having in this new way of expression that I'm opening to? And what do I need in order for me to flow into that in terms of being specific? Like, do I need support? Do I need to have a particular environment? Do I need money? Do I need time? And just opening without trying to narrow it down and put it in a cage, because the monkeys are already in there. But backing up and really being specific about how I want to feel in my life, how I want to show up. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, I don't do enough of that. Oftentimes I'm just going on habitual, this is what I do when I wake up, and now I'm going to go do this, and now I'm going to go do that. And you know, if you're not careful, it's really boring. It's like, you know, we could bore ourselves into doing our life, but really why? If we actually have this flow that's available to us, why not invite it? Why not actually allow it? You know, Mary Oliver had a very famous line in her poem called, "So what are you going to do with your one wild and precious life?" And when I first came here, I taught everybody that saying, because for me, that's the pivotal moment in spiritual life where we unhook from the habituated, and instead we go, yeah, what do I want to do? I only have this life as far as I know, and here I am, you know, getting up and doing the same old. Is that what I want to do? Or is there something else? And there's probably something else, friends. It doesn't have to be anything like grandiose or you have to have $1 million. It's the flow in us that guides the direction. And you know it already. I don't think there was anyone who didn't raise their hand. So I guess I'm leaving you with a challenge, and me too. It's like, all right, so we can do the bad neighborhood day after day and get very armored, or we can open into the zone of genius, into what flows in us. And will we look like St. Simeon throwing nuts at priests? Well, maybe, in our own way. We might. I can guarantee you I won't be dragging a dog carcass. Not mine to do, thank God. But can we be wild enough, crazy enough, if you will, to allow the unexpected, to allow the surprise, to allow the awakeness in life? I think we can. One of my teachers, Thich Nhat Hanh, used to say, it's available in every moment. We just have to be there for it. So I'll do a prayer for that. I start this prayer by knowing that I think every single one of us listening wants to be there for it, for the illumined, energized, glorious world that we're standing in. And that here and now in this moment, I know that that desire, when held clearly, awakens me to the possibility that my life could be flowing with energy and vitality and excitement and ecstasy and surprise and the unexpected. And I know that this is available. It's part of what Spirit is in the world, is always evolving, always changing, always bringing forward newness, always available in every moment to me, through me, and as me. And as I remember this, I look at the way that I've been living, and I bless it, and ask for something greater. Instead, I ask to be awakened in this life, to remember how precious it is, how the people around me are precious, how everything is an opportunity, and yes, sometimes a challenge, but always and ever an opportunity to open more fully to my true nature, to the flow of genius that is visited in me in this lifetime. I let that flow. I'm supported in this by a Spirit that has no limit and knows no limit in me. And so I change, I open, I'm awake more and more fully, and I am filled with delight. And this is good and very good, and I am so grateful. And so it is. There it is. Thank you. Okay, now, the ushers today are Carmen and Charlene, and they're preparing for the offertory. And I am going to thank you in advance for any gifts you can give to the center financially. So many of you bring yourselves wholeheartedly in so many ways. So thank you for that as well. The money that comes to us, we use to make beautiful things happen.
I am open to receive all the good that is from me. I am open to receive perfect love and harmony. I am open to receive abundance and prosperity. I am open to receive all the good that is from me. Open to receive all the good that is from me. I am open to receive perfect love and harmony. I am open to receive abundance and prosperity. I am open to receive all the good that is from me. Let's sing it again. Here we go. I am open to receive all the good that is from me. I am open to receive perfect love and harmony. I am open to receive abundance and prosperity. I am open to receive all the good that is from all the good. I am open to receive all the good that is for me.
So, if you're new, you may not know that I'm retiring at the end of this year. And I know. I'm a lot of the time sad, and I'm glad that I'll be able to return to the community at some point in the future. So I'm not moving from Bellingham as far as I know, although I'm open to receive all the good that is for me. So we have a transition core team that is facilitating the steps that are going to bring an interim minister to us, and the president of the board, Dan, has a request.
Yeah, I'm not replacing her, by the way. The transition team has, part of our role in that. Closer.
Yes.
Oh, well, I liked it out here. But
Yeah, right. Everybody does.
anyway, part of our role is to facilitate the interim minister accommodations and transportation while they're here. And so we're putting out a request to anybody in the congregation or people that you might know. If you have a Airbnb or a mother-in-law suite or a vacancy in a rental, and it's available from January until June, July, we're not really sure. We're hopeful that it'll be that time frame. And it would be for at least 2 weeks each month at the early part of the month. That's kind of how we're seeing it right now. And a vehicle would be nice if it had four-wheel drive, but of course we can wish. And the person who will be filling the interim minister position would love to have their own privacy and kitchen and a place in the area that's easily accessible to CSL, which makes good sense to me, especially in the winter. So this is a request. If you have anybody or have that available and would like to talk with the transition team, you can talk directly to me or to Reverend Deb, I believe, is right there. And the other two have absconded on a vacation, so they are not available. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Give him a hand. Well, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah. So just so you know, almost every interim minister that's part of CSL is a friend of mine because I've been a minister for so long. So I'm excited for our community. I'm sure whoever comes will be wonderful. They've all been senior ministers in their time, and now they're retired and offering their gifts and services to communities like ours. So let's see. We have a couple of announcements for you, and some of them are new. So let's see. Is it working, Wanda? There. Keep going. Yeah. Okay. Okay, keep going. There we go. So next Sunday happens to be the time in the calendar in the Catholic tradition where animals are brought to the church and blessed in honor of St. Francis. And we've always wanted to do that. And so Reverend Deborah is offering the opportunity for us to have our animals blessed. And there's two ways that we can do that. Bring a picture of your beloved on your phone, or if you've got an actual photo of your beloved pet, particularly if it's horse. We probably don't want to bring it on the grounds, but you know, and hold it, and she'll do a blessing during the service for this. So live stream audience, you are more than welcome to participate in this. And then after the service, here in person, out on the wedding patio, we're going to have an actual physical blessing of your well-mannered pets that get along with other pets. So if you have a dog or a cat or whatever, and you want to bring them and have a blessing for them, that'll be happening right after the service next week. So very fun, very sweet. Okay, what's next? Well, I have it right here. Why don't I just do this? So, there it is. Of course, we all look like those women, right? So Mary Ballou, Mary, raise your hand. Mary is not only a practitioner, but she is a dance instructor and so many other things. But she got really excited when we decided we would have another harvest dinner, which I'll tell you about in a minute. The harvest dinner title this year is The Pumpkin Ball. And to open the pumpkin ball, we're inviting anyone who would like to learn the witches dance to come to rehearsal and learn how to do it so that on the night of the pumpkin ball, we can open. Now, you don't have to go to the harvest dinner, but we're hoping that a lot of you who are planning to go will consent to be a witch. There are male witches, so that could happen. What you need for these rehearsals, ready for it? A broom. You need a broom. It's sort of like, what do they call that, pole dancing, only it's with a broom. So, and maybe not quite as sexy. So there are 3 different rehearsals. You don't have to come to all of them, but we would love you to sign up for this so that we know how many people we are going to have come. And so the first one is October 16th at 7 p.m., and we'll see you there. It should be very fun. Okay, and so many of you have brought coats. We can't thank you enough. We have one more week. And what this is we belong to an organization whose mission matches our mission in terms of seeking to help those who are unhoused and low income. And so every year they have a coat drive, and it's more than coats. So if you have hats, mittens, gloves, scarves that you can share, we would love to have you bring your coats and all the rest of it here in this coming week. During the week, you would come to the office, which is right on the main parking lot, and drop them off between 10 and 2. Or you can come on Tuesday night. I have a class here, and there's a barrel in the back right here that you could put them in. But we appreciate if you have anything, go through your coats. They especially, it's very sad, but there are many children that need winter clothing and their parents don't have the money, really. They get vouchers sometimes for Value Village or Goodwill, but it would be nice for them to have a coat, don't you think? So if you have anything, bring it on by. There's the pumpkin ball. So we are so excited. So many of you are happy that we're doing this one, at least this year. And so we only need one more host or hostess. And what they do is they bring their plates and their glasses and their silverware, and we provide the napkins and the tablecloth, and then they decorate their table. And then they serve as hosts and hostesses who gets assigned to their table. The whole point of the harvest dinner is social. It is to get people together, maybe discovering new friendships, learning about each other. And so the hosts and hostesses are sort of the glue for that kind of conversation to happen. Of course, it's also a very fun dance. You don't have to dance. You don't have to wear a costume. But after my talk today, really? Come on, let's all do this wild thing. And so we're going to begin selling tickets next week for the harvest dinner. Right now, we need one host to do one more table, and we have 54 tickets. And if more than 54 people want to go, we'll have to check with our hosts. So that's 6 people at a table so that you can all hear each other, theoretically. So we'd love you to sign up to do a table. And then next week, you'll get reminded about tickets. Okay, so this is something that Joe and I began to realize when people would come up to us and say, could you share a little bit about how your relationship is so wonderful? And we realized, well, we do have a lot of skills and talents that we brought to each other over the years. We've visited William Martin and the Tao of Relationship. Every couple that signs up will get his book. And the idea here is to actually dedicate some time in a committed relationship to come together and have some guided processes that you do with each other, and also have discussion among other committed couples so that, maybe you have a fresh look, a wild mind, a first thought about your relationship in a different way by being part of this workshop. there's only room for 12 couples. We wanted to keep it intimate and small. So if you're interested, I would encourage you to sign up and be a part of it. We need to order the books by next week. So if you're thinking about it, think hard and think fast. If you have questions about that, Joe is here. He's doing the kids right now, and I'm here afterward. Love to answer any questions you might have. It really is for committed couples. And we know that a relationship workshop for everybody would be fabulous. This one is for people that have been together, and it's an opportunity to refresh and renew and see our beloved with new eyes. Okay, and today's the last day to sign up to be part of the Christmas Eve choir. And Kathy Murray, who is at the piano here, keyboard, is our choir mistress. And so if you have questions for her, she can answer them. The sign up is in the classroom with the coffee and everything else. So feel free. And we'd love to have you come. The rehearsals are on Monday evenings at 6:30. Now, this is one of my favorite ministers, Abigail. Reverend Abigail had a center in California, and that's where I first met her. She's been serving in a huge capacity at CSL Seattle for a number of years now. And she's coming to our Spirit at Work breakfast, which is happening next week, next Wednesday, from 8 to 9:30. She's going to be speaking about team building and working with employees and volunteers and things like that. She's just a delight. So if you are a manager, an entrepreneur, someone who would like to spiritualize your business, at least in your own mind, these Spirit at Work breakfasts are for you. It's an opportunity to actually have prayer the morning of with a small group of people at your table, have a delightful breakfast, learn something, and see other people in your position who are seeking to live a spiritual life and have a successful business. So sign up now. And then Tabor, you want to talk about Community Song Circle?
Community Song Circle's happening.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's a time for us to come together and sing some really simple songs and just experiment with our voices. And anyone is welcome, all ages. It's been really, really fun. We're doing this once a month. So.
Yeah, October 13th, 6:38. I finally get to make one, which I love. And then Christy Mosley is a friend of the center and often does fundraisers for us. And so she's doing another sound journey on Friday, October 18th here in the sanctuary. You go to her website, mysticheartbeats.com, to sign up for this. And then you can bring like a blanket or a yoga mat if you want to lay down during the process. Very beautiful, very lovely. We have some of our own sound healers in the audience as well today. All right. Well, if you're able, why don't we stand and we'll sing our way into this day.
Anything is possible when you believe. You know anything is possible when you believe. And you can make a mountain move when you believe. Oh yeah, you can make a mountain move when you believe. And don't you know that you can change your life when you believe? Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe in yourself? In yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe, oh yeah, we're gonna make a miracle when you believe. You know you're gonna make a miracle when you believe. And everything you want, you got when you believe. You know everything you want, you got when you believe in yourself, when you believe in break it down a little bit. I believe in me. This was you get really cheesy. Look around and point at each other. In you, yeah, you believe in each other. We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can do. You get another turn. I believe in me. That's right. And I believe in you. We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can do. No, anything is possible when you believe. You know anything is possible when you believe. Oh yeah, you can make a mountain move when you believe. Oh yeah, you can make a mountain move when you believe in yourself. In yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. Yeah! All right. You all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again soon.